Yes, John. Yes, we are. We are starting early, it seems. My band instructor in high school used to say to be early is to be on time, and to be on time is to be too late. We're going to go with that philosophy today. Hello, friends. Happy Friday. I am going to take it a little easier in tonight's live stream. So I'm not going to talk as fast paced because I am getting over a bit of a cold and I'm a little winded and talking really, really fast, which is what I normally do. And my mother tells me to slow down because she cannot listen that fast. It does wind me a bit, but I'm feeling great. I am definitely on the mend. I'm just several days into this cold and I'm ready for it to be done. So tonight, what are we going to be working on? We are going to put together the main project from the Open Gate Quilts box. And I apologize, but I have already dove into all of the lovely contents in the box. And they're already done or put away except for this project. So I don't have an unboxing to show you, but don't worry. I have a couple other quilty friends right here on YouTube who also opened the Open Gate Quilts box. And if you want to see just an unboxing of what was in there, you can check out Tiffany from Tiffany's Quilting Life. She does a different type of unboxing. There's no talking, it's just music, just her showing you the words and then putting the projects together. Or you can check out Fallon from SEWBECCA Quilts, and she does a traditional unboxing video. So you can check out both of their videos if you would like to. Tonight, I'm just going to sew together the project that Monique gave us. I'm going to talk to you about how I'm putting it together. I'll give you any tips or tricks that I have as I'm doing it. I'll take some questions out of the chat. I'll talk about those. And yeah, there might be times where I'm not talking at all, and that's okay. So before we get started, if at any time during tonight's live stream you like the content that you see here and you're not already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button down below. Also, this is a limited edition, and I use the word limited edition for a reason. I'll explain that in a minute. This is a limited quantity, we should say that, a limited quantity subscription box. Monique doesn't have endless numbers of these. In fact, she has a threshold. I think it's around, I don't know, like 200 or something. So she's not making these boxes to mass produce them. She's making them because she enjoys putting them together and sending them out. So the quantities of these are less than what you would find at like Fat Quarter Shop for the Sew Sampler box or the Sew Yeah Basics box, things like that. These are limited quantities, and she does pay a lot of attention to detail when she's packaging your box and makes it a unique experience for you. So the reason why I bring all that up is because if you like the fabric that I'm working with, or you like the pattern, you like any of this stuff, the only way to get all of this is to subscribe to her box. She does not sell her patterns. Everything that you get in the boxes are kits. They come with a pattern and all the fabric that you're going to need to put that project together. So sorry, if you like the pattern, you'll either have to figure out how to do it on your own or sign up for the box. And if you sign up for the box and ask her for a past pattern, she will give that to you. All right. Yes, I see your little Archie. Oh, Beth, congratulations on Archie. Lots of congratulations going around, because we've got a congratulations to Beth. We've got a congratulations to everybody that participated in the Sewing Machines Plus Virtual Quilt Fest. And our very own Tiffany from Tiffany's Quilting Life took second place in that with her Jacob's Ladder. So congratulations to you, Tiffany, on that second place win. I know you're really excited about that, and we're all excited for you. Has anyone heard how Laura Lynn is doing? Renee wants to know. That actually literally just popped up, so I'll answer what I know. I don't know any more than you do, but I do know that I don't know why I wanted to say Kurt or Kent, but her husband, Pop, that's what we always call him, but he does have a name. I think it's Kurt. Gosh, I can't even, words are hard right now, and I don't know why I'm failing on his name. Anyway, he did a regular live stream this past Saturday. He and the Munchkin did, and they put together a 3-yard quilt, which was the same pattern I was working on. It was kind of funny. Anyway, they put together they were working on a 3-yard quilt this past Saturday. They said that they still don't know what's going on with Laura Lynn. They're doing testing, diagnostics, whatever. But here's my plea to you, and I was going to mention this anyway. This is just really good timing. If you want to support Laura Lynn and her family during at all, period, right? But especially right now, your support is extremely important. The best way that you can do that is to help keep their channel relevant and to keep traffic going to their site. So if they plan a live stream, even if it's not Laura Lynn live streaming, pop over there and watch a portion or all of it to help them stay in the algorithm. It's fine if you can't stick around for the whole thing. Honestly, just letting it play in the background, even if you have to turn the sound off, is extremely appreciated. If you've got some downtime and you can play some videos in the background, even if they're muted, hop over to their channel, pull up their older videos, anything that's on their channel really, and just let it play through the night. And a great tip for you, go grab one of those 12-hour live streams and let that play through. That'll help too. So that's the best way right now to help them. If there's any other ways that we can lean in and love that family and help them, if I hear about them, I will share them with you. But as of right now, that's what they've asked for us to do, is just to continue watching the videos, because they got nothing. They got no answers. There you go. What is the link for her? Could somebody please put the link for Mom and Pop Quilt Shop in the chat? One of my moderators will be able to do that. I'm looking at Mary, the crafty panda. I bet she can grab it and drop it in there for you. So, and if we can't get it for you, which I know my moderators are amazing, they're going to toss it in there. If we can't get it in there, all you got to do is just type Mom and Pop Quilt Shop on YouTube, and that'll pull them up. There are some ways that you can financially support them if you want to. I know they have a guild that you can pay for on their website. It's wesewit.ca for Canada. You can also do super chats and super thanks and stickers and all sorts of things during their live streams and on their videos if you have a couple of dollars to spare. They are not asking for monetary donations. Please do not think this is me pleading for you to give them money. I'm just saying, if that's the way you feel led to love them, there are ways for you to do that. All right, let's jump on over. So tonight I'm going to start sewing this project together. I see Mary Jane Ellinger is here. Hello, Mary Jane. Nancy Gus is here. I've got Teresa Louise in the chat. Hello, Teresa Louise. By the way, another congratulations for Miss Teresa. You guys know last week she was trying really hard to hit that 3,000 subscriber milestone, and guess who made it? Welcome to the 3,000 Club, Teresa. All right, Rolene is here as well. I want to make sure my necklace is not hitting my microphone. Ah, awesome. Thank you, Mary. There's the link for Mama Pop Quilt Shop. All right, let's get started. I'm going to move my keyboard out of the way because I have awesome moderators that are in the chat with me tonight, and I shouldn't need that. All I should need is my mouse periodically. Here, let me switchy to the project focus. This is what I'm going to be making tonight. Tiffany already did this in a time-lapse video on her channel. This is the pattern that I'm going to be using, and to start off with, I need to take all of these charm squares and we're going to sew the sashing around them. So to prep us for that, I have got some little blue squares. This way? Yes, this way. I have got some little blue rectangles that we're going to sew along one side of these squares. And if we count the table runner, we have 4 down and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 across. So 4 times 8 is 32. I know I need 32 of my squares for the inside of this. I will be using 4 of my borders for the corner and then another 8 for the corners for these pieces out here. Because these pieces are up against this low volume background, I am going to prioritize putting darker pieces out here. 34 plus 8 is 42. So here's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to open up the charm pack and I'm going to pull out 8 pieces that are dark blue, just to kind of, or maybe a dark red. I think the dark red look kind of cool too. Now I'm going to do dark blue because we're up against a dark blue in the middle. I'm going to pull out 8 pieces that are dark blue for the corners, and then all the rest are going to be for the inside. For those of you that are going to ask, you're going to want to know, what fabric am I using? This is Rendezvous by 3 Sisters for Moda Fabrics, and this is a 2.5-inch mini charm pack. Oh, there it goes. All that breathing heavy. All right, let's see. We're going to pull out 8. So I'm just going to, ooh, that's interesting. It almost looked, just with the way the print is on it, I wondered if it was a mistake, but I don't think it is. So I'm just going to set that aside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look, that all blue. All of the blues are going to be in the corner. So I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to take a look. Isn't there 12? There are 12, but 4 of them are from the border fabric. So 8 from the charm pack and then 4 from the border fabric. So now we have 12. Hello, Nancy Sanders. She says, first time to catch a live video here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Welcome to the live stream. I'm going to turn that down a little bit so I'm not killing somebody's ears. So yes, I see everybody saying 12 on the edges, 44 total. Yep, the 12 on the edges include 4 that we cut out of the border fabric. So 8 from the charm pack, 4 from the border fabric. 8 plus 4 is 12, right? Right. All right, so let's see. I'm going to follow the instructions the best I can because I'm honestly not processing much tonight. Okay, so I need to set out 8 rows of 4. And then for each of those rows, I'm going to take 3 of these sashing pieces and sew them in between. So I'm just going to separate these into a cream pile, I think. Mostly, it doesn't even really matter. I just don't want to pull 2 of the same print and put them next to each other. But there is some spacing, so I guess that's okay. I'm just going to start sewing these onto the sashings. And I realize this is probably not the best angle for you since I'm doing some sewing. So I'll just give you this angle. And my chair is way too low, but we'll deal with it. Ooh, I am not FPPing anymore. Do not need a 1.0 stitch length. It looks like the way we press this isn't going to matter too much. Yeah, because we're going to put some border fabric up against it. So I'm just going to make 8 rows of 4 with this blue sashing in between. Hello, Jackie. Hello, Nancy Jean number 2. I am going to pull my pressing pad up so that I can kind of press this as we go. I'm going to press my fabric in towards that center sashing because that's going to most likely be the darker fabric on all of these. I'm just going to press as we go because I can. Hello, Jackie. I'm doing well. How are you? Amy says it helps when we read directions. It does, doesn't it? Oh, you know what? I'm reading the chat and I just already made a mistake. So here's my first oops of the night. I did not put a sashing in between these two pieces, but that's easily fixed. Quick rip with the seam ripper, add my sashing in, and then we'll go. And we'll put that out of the way because then maybe I won't use it again. Whoop, 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 get off. Five minutes into the live stream and I already made a mistake. Thank you, Teresa, for sharing that link. Robin says, I love that quilt behind you. Isn't it pretty? It's going to be hanging in 2 weeks at my guild's quilt show. I'm very proud of it. I don't think it's award. I don't know why I always say this. I'm proud of it. We're just going to shut up. We're not going to say anything else. It's not going into a juried show. It is going into a People's Choice show. I guess that's what it's called. Hello, Jackie. She said, I just hopped in for a minute before I start dinner. It's 5 o'clock here in Arizona. Hello, Jackie. Thank you for stopping in for a minute. If you guys haven't checked out Sean from The Guy Who Sews, make sure to do that because I will be on with him tomorrow morning. We're going to be putting together clue number 2 for the Village Green Puzzle Mystery Quilt. Arkansas Gal's here. She says, OMG, your machine is so quiet. Mine sounds like a freight train. Mine does too. But the power of technology makes it sound a whole lot softer. Teresa wants everybody to guess what she's having for dinner tonight. Would it be more efficient to sew the mini charms to the full length of the sashing than cut them apart? Catherine, yes, I think it would. However, I have cut according to the pattern instructions, so I've got to do what the pattern says to do. But I do think that you're right. In fact, I think I'm going to make it a little bit more efficient. Instead of stopping and pressing every stop of the way, I know I've got to do 7 more of these, right? 7 more rows of 4. So I am going to just start streamlining this a bit. I'm going to just chain stitch. Tomorrow is the Braid Runner class with, so yeah, 2, yes, at 1 p.m. Eastern time if you have registered for that. So yeah, we'll be sending you a Zoom link. I can't talk tonight. A Zoom link tonight, so make sure to check your email for that. Grab a jelly roll and a fat quarter, and we'll get to work. Corned beef Teresa is having for dinner. Yum, yum. Happy St. Patrick's Day too, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This way I don't have to count. Is tomorrow the braided quilt class? I had registered for that, but I have not received a link. Catherine said, yes, tomorrow is the class. I texted with Carter today, and he said the link should be going out tonight. They've been having some issues with their email server, so check your inbox first thing in the morning. And if you don't have the link, I would reach out to the store and ask them where the link is. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why I'm still trying to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 7. I don't need to count. I don't need to count. Don't need to count. Say, Catherine said, so yeah, has sent the info. Awesome. Great. So if you have registered for the class, the link should be in your inbox. I'm excited about that one. That's going to be a lot of fun. Amy says, oh, I was just going to watch, but maybe I'll sew along. Can you tell that I'm having a hard time with my words tonight? Teresa, I have green on. You don't want to see it, but I have green. Do you need to add the border on all 8 charms in the row or just 7 of them? Huh? Here, I'll show you the picture. Oh, we're doing it on, yeah, we're doing this 8 times. And then we'll put a long sashing in between and then put the borders around all that. Does that make sense? I hope so. All right, so now I've got all these put together. I'm not going to keep them chain stitched. Where is my ninja flower? Ah, here you is. I'm not going to keep them chain stitched because that's going to be a little too discombobulated for me tonight. I don't feel that, what's the word? Coordinated to be able to do that. So I'm just going to pull them apart and we're just going to keep adding to it. The only rule that I'm going to follow when I do this is I'm going to try not to put the same color on the same right next to that one. So if I've got a low volume here, I'm going to put either a red or a green on the other side. But I'm not going to worry about it if I end up getting things close together. I'm just going to try to mix it up a little bit so that I've got some scrappiness and I'm balancing the color on this. I don't know why I just cut the thread. I didn't need to do that, but I did. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Let's go with this one. Let's go with this one. I'm apparently just cutting the thread as I go, because why not? Yeah, the quilt show up here next at the end of the month, Sean, is a pretty small quilt show. You are more than welcome to come, and I would love to host you, but just know that it's a small quilt show that didn't even sew a single stitch. It's a long way to drive for a small quilt show. I'm just saying that. DC traffic and Fredericksburg traffic and Richmond, it's all not fun. It didn't even pull up the thread. I think my machine needs to be cleaned. Eileen Irwin says Irish chicken and ham pie here. Where was the one I was trying to sew? Was it this? It was this. Let's try it again. Ah, stop. I'm way too low in this chair. That didn't sew again. I do not have the patience for you tonight. Okay? Okay? Listen, Linda. I said, listen, Linda. Anybody else out there frustrated with their machine right now, or is it just me? Just me? Come on. It was 2 out of 3. Come on, 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4. 3 out of 5. Okay, 5 out of 8. Ah, oh, come on. I can do this 100% of the time. I've not had a problem with it in weeks. But now the whole machine just wants to be a butt. Fine, whatever. We'll do it this way. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Let's fix my chair while I'm at it. Maybe that will help. So please. Please. That sounds better. No, it doesn't. I lied. What the heck is going on? There's bobbin in the bobbin. The machine is threaded properly. The needle is threaded. What'd you do on your live stream tonight? Oh, I played with a machine that didn't want to sew. Did you get it to sew? Yeah, it took me 2 hours, but it eventually sewed. All right, listen, Linda. Oh. It's cranky because it's dirty. Let's just, let's fix that. How long has it been since I've cleaned this doggone thing? I'm not getting up. We will do it with this. I think I have a brush over here somewhere. How long has it been since I've cleaned this daggone thing? We're just gonna, oof, that's a lot of lint in there. Oh, this is so disgusting. Yes. Oh, does anybody else get excited when they see the big pieces of lint come out of the machine? No, just me? Good to know. I need the screwdriver thing so that I can get... I just changed the needle in this machine, so I shouldn't need to do that, but I do want to get up under the feed dogs. This has happened before on the Juki, so I might not be doing much sewing tonight, but I will show you what I do when I clean my machine. If I get too much gunk up under the feed dogs, it actually prevents the thread from coming off of the bobbin and being pulled up to the top. And I think that's what's happening now. When I look underneath the machine, I've got a lot of mess. A lot of mess. And I think I've just got way too much. Do y'all use clean air? No, I don't. It's because I was sewing. No, Mary, I'm not blaming you because honestly, it was doing this a little bit before you did use the machine. And since I'm taking it all apart, we might as well just prevent a trip to the ER and remove that needle and put a new one in. So I'm just going to set that aside. Probably can reuse that needle, but this way I'm nice and safe. Oh, yeah. Ah, let's see how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood, huh? Is that, where'd my tweezers? There they is. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. So disgusting. Let's just put it on this nice clean part of the table right here. Let's see how much fuzz we can get. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, there's so much. Oh, there's so much. Honestly, Bubba needs to go in for a spa day. I've had him for a year and a half. I do this frequently, apparently not frequently enough, But I do this, but he's not had a really good deep clean by a professional. Oh yeah, look at that right there. All like crammed down, and it's right on top of the hole where the bob thread comes up. So, did you get any sewing done tonight? Nope, you watched Becca pull dirt out of her machine. Hey, that's a thing, right? They've totally got YouTube videos where you just watch people clean rugs. Ask me how I know. That's what we're doing here tonight. Oh, give me that. Give me that. Yes. Trying to not get my mouth up against the microphone while I'm doing this. Because you don't need me to mouth breathe into your ear, right? Right. I need one of those little, excuse my NSYNC sweatpants. Boy bands are created equal in this house, okay? Hello, Kathy. All right. Oh! Sorry. That made me very excited too. Look at that. Only pull so much out with the tweezers. The lint is attracted to these brushes, so these work really good for pulling fuzzy bits out of areas where you can't get your hands down in. Watch, I'll do all this and it'll still not sew. And then I'll just call it a night because the universe said, thou shalt not sew tonight. That's what will have happened. Look at that. I see you down there. I see you. I normally don't talk to Bubba while I clean him. For the sake of dead air and entertaining value, I feel like I shall. Look at all that. There's enough to start a fire in here. Oh, there it is. Right there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wait. Just wait. Like, oh my gosh. I think that's good enough for government work. I can see all the shiny bits. That'll be enough for now. I don't see any loose thread on the top anymore. I am going to give it a little brushy brush since I have her opened. You need your hemostats. Yeah, I wonder where those went, Mary. In case you were curious, Mary has them because I have a second pair. I already have a pair over here. There they are. But I already pulled everything out. Okay, let's see if we can get her up and working now. So I am going to clean out my bobbin because goodness knows how long it's been since I've done this too. Ooh. There's enough lint here to make a whole quilt. There is thread on the bobbin, enough for tonight. Thread that bobbin. Is that a little testy test? All right, we're going to put this back together. See if we can get it to sew. I'm not going to tighten these completely all the way down. Just going to finger tighten them. Gail said, don't forget to check the bobbin case. Good minds, Gail. Hey, how many of you are literally out there going, guess what? It's time for me to clean my machine. Be like Sean, go do it. I even bought a sticker to put on my machine to remind me to do this. Where is my sharps container? Is way over there. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna put it in here because I don't want that to fall. That's what I do with my needles until I can get across the room to put it in there. I am gonna even put a clean needle in, a fresh needle, because why the heck not? If we're gonna change all the parts, let's do this too. See? Bubba was like, you are not going to put more thread into my needle until you pull the thread out of my butt. That's what he was trying to tell me. Okay. Ooh. Look at all that. Finger tighten. Screw tighten. And before I put the foot back on, give it a good wipe. I get metal shavings on my feet and on this thing really bad. And this actually rubs off onto my quilts. Good news though, and I've tested this, is if you put a spot of Grandma's spot remover on the metal shavings that rub off on your quilt and you toss it in the wash, it comes right out. But if you're working on a show quilt that's never going to be washed, you may have to run it under some water to get it out. But Sharon says, Becca, I got a new 70-inch TV and I figured out how to put YouTube on it so I don't miss anything. Now it's awesome. Sharon, that's awesome. Are you seeing all the lint in life size or is it bigger than life size? I'm curious. All right, let's put the bobbin back in. Oh, did I give it a spot of oil? Yeah, I did. I see it. Click, clickety click. All right, scrap piece of fabric. And when I don't have that, you know what works just as fine? This tissue. Oh, hey, it would help if I threaded the needle, right? There it goes. See? It just wanted to be cleaned. All right, let's try it again. I'm going to just wall it up. I just want to see some stitches, okay? Boom. Hey, could I have that, please? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. All right. Let's get back to work. It was a fun break, right? This, by the way, is everything that was in there. And most of it was sitting on top of the bobbin. and a lot of that's matted down already. When that happens to me, I can't get the bobbin to give me, like, I can do all the things to get the machine to try to pull the bobbin thread up to the top, but it won't necessarily do it. So you can try it multiple times and then eventually you might get the thread, but you know it's really bad when you keep doing it and it keeps saying, out of gas, out of gas. So there we go. Now we should be off and running. Oh, and it sounds good. Yes. Although that didn't stitch at the beginning, but it did at the end. Let me try that again. Might have been left over from sewing on tissue paper. Stitches go through? No. Stitches didn't go through. Stitches are about to get stitches! Yeah. This is scrap. Is it scrap? Yeah, scrap. Come on. Sew, please. Nothing. 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 Absolutely nothing. Okay. Let me make sure it's threaded right. How many people have had to do the things where you go through all the different steps to make sure everything's right? I'm going to rethread the whole machine. And then I will try again. And if that doesn't work, then I will replace the bobbin. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to replace the needle. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to quit for tonight. And I will just read chat and we will just chat. Oh. Rethreaded the machine. I can tell. I can hear it. It's not sewing. All right. I put oil in it. Another drop. I thought I did. Oh, there's definitely oil in there now. I think Bubba needs to go into the shop for a really good cleaning. Hello to Heather's Mini-Me. She said her mignonette says hello. Click, 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 boom. Come on, let's do it. Come on. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. But the tension seems off, right? Maybe not. Nope. Okay. The bobbin didn't want to work. Got it. Let me just put my needle down. The tension's off. It's bunching things up. Let me look at the, let me get a piece of dark fabric, a dark scrap fabric that I can sew on, because I can't quite see the stitches. I just need darker fabric. It doesn't have to be like dark fabric. It just has to be darker. Oh, this will work. We're not going to even do it that many layers. We're just going to do 2. Nope. 2. All right, one more time. Nothing. It stopped. It stopped sewing. The timing could be off. There could be a number of things. All right, we're going to replace the needle. And if that doesn't, oh, that is a new needle. It's a brand new needle. Could be a bad needle. We're going to replace the needle. And if this doesn't do it, it is due for a spa day. So needle was in the right direction. Thank you, Amy. Check to see if there's bobbin in the tension slot. Bobbin in the tension slot. I think the bobbins, no, it wiggles a little bit. I wonder if the bobbin's just a little too tight. Feels like it's good. Click back in there. I don't think the bobbin can be put in backwards. Mary says, I'm excited for your class with so yeah, tomorrow. I might be sewing on the baby lock tomorrow. Honestly, the Juki does need to go in for a good cleaning, a good deep cleaning. It needs a spa day. It is way overdue. I have done a ton on this machine over the past year and a half that I've had it. It's time. It really is. And I'm just prolonging I'm just like putting it off. I'm procrastinating at this point, so it might be time. Might be time. Okay. Try that again. Sounds better. It looks better. It's acting better. Maybe I had a bad needle right out of the gate. It happens. See? That was fresh out of the package, guys. Sometimes you get a bad needle fresh out of the package. It sounds better. Oh yeah, it's working a lot better now. But it still does need to go in to be serviced. Okay, we're off and running. Okay. 45 minutes later. Excuse me. Okay, I can put all the surgery equipment away. Anybody else hot? So I put the same seam into the machine and it stopped sewing. I'm just going to drop the mic and walk away. Just so you know. It didn't sew. Is there something on this seam that needs to be ripped out? Because it was ripping the stitches on the other piece of fabric. Just going to rip that seam out entirely. We're going to try again. Maybe there was a loose thread going down in that was messing something up. Let me get my test swatch over here. It's doing the same thing. It's like it wants to skip a stitch. There it goes. That sounds right. Listen. Yes. Thank you. Good girl. Boy, whatever. The timing could be messed up. You're right. I wonder if one of those strings was just getting down into the feed dogs and it was confusing the machine as to what to pick up, too. That could have been it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's resume where we were. Glasses, please. Did you tighten the screws back up? Yes, Mom, I did. Thank you. Just gave my mom away. She's in the chat. That's it. That sounds good. Heather said, maybe it just wants a night off. Oh, geez. Yeah, it could be. Like, I want a night off. Let's all have a night off. I'm going to take it tomorrow morning. I'm going to take it up to, no, not tomorrow morning. Well, yeah, I'll have time. After I do my puzzle mystery quilt with Sean on his channel, I think I am going to drop it off over at my local sewing machine dude. And I'm going to ask him to get it all working. And I'm going to pull the baby lock out and work on her for a while. It's been a while since Baby Lock and I played. A year and X number of months, to be exact. Other than the one time I did the jelly roll rug with Kia B. All right, I'm going to sew blue onto these now because I can. A little confused. I feel like my pile of 2.5-inch squares is getting very small. It was my mom, sorry. One, two, 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 two. Mana. Mary Sears says, I joined late. What are you working on? Well, now that the machine wants to sew, I am putting together the project from the Open Gate Quilts box for March 2023, which will look like this when all pieced together. I'll kind of set that down here in shot so you can see it. I had a bit of machine trouble getting started. Teresa said, cleaning and fixing the machine. Ah. Yep, but I think we're good now. I think we're off and running. Becca, are you and Ian going to get together again? Yes, actually. He is planning to come up this way in June sometime. He hasn't bought his flight, or he hasn't bought his plane ticket yet, so we don't want to say too much about when and what and all that other stuff. But we are targeting a visit from Ian in June, and I'm really excited about that. And next month in April, I'm going out to Vegas for work, so I get to see Tiffany. So I get to see 2 of my friends in the next couple of months. I wish I could see Ian and Tiffany both together, but I'll settle for separately. That'll be okay with me. Okay, let's press these now that my iron has decided. What? What in the Sam heck? My iron didn't want to turn on. I was like, are you serious tonight? And then I realized somehow it had gotten unplugged. Don't ask. I think there's a goblin in my room. Craft on him, so forth is taking off for the night. I don't blame you. I would too. I'd be like, you know what? This is not what I signed up for tonight. To sit and play with a machine that don't want to sew. All right, I'm gonna press these, and then I will. Nah, I'm not gonna press. I'm just gonna keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Tiffany said, I am so excited for our visit next month, Becca. I'm going to give you the biggest bear hug I have got. I'm excited too. It'll be a lot of fun. And Thea says, have you started your legit kit yet? I took the plunge, got one. I can't wait for it to come in. Yes, I did. I actually started it this week. I'm really excited about it. It's not as complicated. I'm just going to finish this one out. It's not as complicated as I thought it was going to be. I've got 4 of my 16 blocks already pieced. I'm working on block number 5, and I'm going to show the progress in my Tuesday podcast. So make sure to tune in Tuesday to see what my project looks like. It's coming together smashingly well. I'm really excited about it. And I've also gotten over, and we'll talk about this on Tuesday in my podcast, and I'll show pictures of everything. This past week, I have had a very busy week. I have gotten 1 quilt started and finished, like pieced, quilted, and bound. And that is going out the door this weekend to my stepdad's niece who is struggling with chemo. So it's a chemo quilt for her with minky backing and everything. And then I finished piecing my Atomic Starburst quilt, which is why I am able to start my legit kits, because I had to finish that one before I started this one. And I have also finished piecing the Jolly Bar 4 quilt along. I'm really excited about that too. So I'll be sharing pictures of all those lovely makes. And I did some stuff on the long arm, which I will also share pictures of next week on Tuesday. So make sure you tune in. What podcast, Katie wants to know? A podcast is just what I'm calling my weekly vlog. It sounds fancier than vlog. So I've been calling it a podcast because I call it whatever I want. Oh no, it stopped sewing again. Why? Why for art thou being mad at me? I didn't do anything to you. So please. Yeah, why did you not want to stitch that? Did you have a wonky bobbin? Yeah, the vlog was on Thursdays, but I mentioned last week that I was going to change it to Tuesdays. Tuesdays work better for my schedule, and it gives you time to watch the video and see all the updates before I do my live on Friday. So I just wanted to space it out a little bit. So I'm going to do my regular upload for those will be on Tuesdays now. You can find all of those videos, by the way, in a single playlist that I have dubbed Stitch Please on my YouTube channel. So if you go to the YouTube channel, you scroll down to the section, it'll say Stitch Please, and all of those videos will be right there for you to watch. You can pull them up. Okay, now let's start adding more blue. This should be the last blue. I should only need 3 for each row, so this should be the last little blue that we add. Once the machine starts stitching properly, this goes together quite nicely, huh? Go figure. Sounds like you have worked it too hard this week. I have worked... Oh, this one's all done. Okay, that one's done. Let's just put one on here so we can be done. I worked a lot this week. I ended up spending more time at home sick this week with a cold. So, first of all, I got a lot of stuff done on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And I was able to do that because I've been planning out my work on all of my projects. 1, 2, 3, that's right. So instead of doing an entire quilt top in a weekend, I'm breaking it down over multiple weeks or months. And all I am committing to do is just one block or one row or one section of that project until it's all done. And so it just so happened that 2 of the projects that I had decomposed and broken down, even though they started on different weeks, they ended up finishing on the same week because of how the work was broken down. So this week I have a number of finishes to show you, and it feels like I did a whole lot in 1 week, but really I didn't. I got to the finish line in 1 week on a number of multiple projects. Now, I will say for the chemo quilt, I did start that this week and I did finish that this week, but I did a 3-yard quilt and those things go together so fast. I timed myself from the time where I sat down at the ironing board to press my fabric, cut it, sew it together, and then put the final borders on it. It took 4 hours, and every minute of it was on a live stream that Donna from Handmade by Ying did last Saturday night. Oh, Katie, whatever's going on with your eyes, I didn't catch it, but just thinking about you, girly. Ooh, I like that one. That's pretty. Oh, it's pretty. Okay. Now I've got all of my little rows pressed together. This is probably the longest part of the whole project, I think. But definitely, I think it's the most tedious. So now I'll pull my iron out and press all of these and then put the big things. How did you bind your quilt with Miki on the back? Carefully? So I attached it to the back and then pulled it around to the front. It is slippery when you're doing that, so you just have to be a little bit more careful with it moving around on the table before you. But I find all the time that binding, whether I'm just tacking out of the front or doing the front or the back, having a surface to get the weight of the quilt up helps. Does all that extra cutting make more lint? Yes. In fact, that's one of the things that Mary and I were talking about. Good night, Sean. See you tomorrow. That's one of the things that Mary and I were talking about last week when I was showing her the quilt. We were talking about sewing with Minky. Is the Minky just makes a whole lot more lint, and that could be part of the other reason why the machine's so yucky is because of the lint and stuff from the minky. And then I use cotton thread too, so there's that. Before I go through and press all of these with the iron, I'm going to finger press in towards that blue sashing. Just actually, it doesn't even matter. We don't need to be finicky about this. We're just going to press them all to one side. We're not nesting seams because we're going to put a solid piece of blue in between. So I'm just going to press them all to one side. We're not nesting seams. Do, 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 do. Thank you, VR. I think you're talking to me, but maybe you're talking to Katie or somebody else too. But if you're talking to me, I am feeling a little bit better. Mona wants to know, what am I making? I am putting this together. It is the project from the Open Gate Quilts box from March 2023. It's going to be a table runner. And I did see somebody asked, what is the finished size going to be when this is all put together? Looks like it'll be 19.5 by 29.5. I apologize for not getting to that sooner. Natalie Schumacher says, hello from a hot day in southern Australia. Nancy says, have you ever used the press and seal with a minky? No, I haven't. I'll have to look that up. That sounds intriguing. All right, now that I've got all these done, this is where these, nope, not these pieces will come into play. And we're just going to put them in between like this. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I can see my mom looking at this now going, dibs, dibs, dibs. These are her colors. Dibs, please, dibs. Mary says, I'm sewing a reversible bag and nervous because it's my first. Don't be nervous, just do it. There we go. Warm. I'm going to put the solid piece on the bottom side so that the seams that are all pressed are on top and I don't have to worry about them flipping around with the feed dogs. I can keep a better eye on them from the top. will you free motion quilt this table runner on your Juki, or will you load it onto your long arm? Honestly, Mary, I load most things onto my long arm because the piece that I hate about quilting the most is basting. This could be free motion quilted on the Juki, but then it's a whole thing. It's a whole process for me because I got to go get the foot. I got to find the foot. I don't even know where it is. Got to go find the foot, change the foot out, free motion quilt it here. And of course, before I do any of that, I got to baste it. What I like to do on the long arm is actually something that's done right now. When I get several smaller projects to do, these are great practice pieces for me to practice some of those quilting designs. So I get a piece of neutral backing that can go with just about everything. I load it up there and then I grab scrap battings. Oh my gosh, this is starting to, do you see what I'm doing here? It's starting to go up. I'm not even gonna worry about it. Yes, I am. Who am I kidding? I get a piece of neutral backing loaded onto the long arm, a good chunk of neutral backing, and then I go through and I just start floating quilt tops, like small table runners, wall hangings, whatever on there, and I just go boom, 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 and I start getting them done. And that's what I've done now. I grabbed a piece of 108 wide gray fabric that is loaded onto the long arm, and I took the last Open Gates project, loaded it up there, and I got it quilted. It's quilted, it's ready to go. I just got to pull it off and bind it. The problem with that is I have multiple projects on the long arm and I don't pull them off as they're done, right? So I just kind of leave them there until all of them are done, because otherwise I got to reload the backing and all that other stuff. So yeah, I will probably load this on the long arm. I'm having a hard time with attention span tonight. My piecing's a bit wobbly. Let's press so that it's not wonky. This is definitely out of alignment, but at the end of the day, you know what they say, finish is better than perfect. We're just going to go for getting this done. Oh my gosh. I'm sweating buckets. I'm sweating buckets. I'm so hot. Somebody turn on the AC. Still staggered a little bit, but we're just going to keep alternating and it'll be done in the end. Oop, that was bad. I made an S at the final end of that curve, the end of that seam. It was an S. It was not a straight line. It went. Let's try that again. Oh my gosh. You can't make this stuff up. Mary says, I just got my email from So Yeah for the Zoom tomorrow. Woohoo! Let's hope my technology and machines are working for me tomorrow. It will. We'll be fine. I'm excited. It's gonna be a lot of fun. That doesn't look right, but I don't care. Quiltassa said, here, let me flip the AC on for you. Yes, please. I'm sweating buckets. I've got it dripping into my eyes. It's off. Oh, well, this is fine. Totally fine. What am I doing? Okay, you know what? We're going to stop. I am making really silly mistakes. And sometimes it is better to walk away when you're making silly mistakes and take a break. I have had a number of technical difficulties tonight, and it's okay to be like, okay, we're going to stop and we're going to take a break. Maybe I'll work on it a little bit later. Maybe I'll work on it tomorrow morning. But at this point, I'm just going to sit here with my glass of ice water and I'm going to read the chat. We're going to answer some questions. So, and you know what we'll also do that we haven't done in a while? We'll do a live share. We'll share the things that you guys are working on because obviously things are not going according to plan with me here tonight. So, let's take a minute to go through the chat and we'll read out some of the questions and I'll see if I can answer them. So Nancy Gus says, what supplies did you say we needed for tomorrow's Zoom? You just need your normal sewing supplies, thread, needle, rotary cutter, all that stuff, some starch, definitely bring some starch or starch alternative. For the project, we're going to be making a friendship braid table runner, and all you need to make one top of that is going to be half of a jelly roll. You can actually just grab a jelly roll of your choosing. You'll have enough to make multiple of these, and then you'll want a fat quarter or a half yard of some accent fabric that you're going to use for the diamonds that go down that braid, and we're going to walk through doing it. The technique is really, really easy, and it's just a do it this way and then just rinse, lather, repeat over and over and over again. If you want to be proactive before you come to the class, you can start your fabric and then cut it down, but that's not necessary because we're going to talk about that in the first part of the class too. So it's a 3-hour workshop. The links are from So Yeah. It is not my class. It is a So Yeah class. I am teaching it on their behalf. So for any information about how to register, all that stuff, you need to reach out to So Yeah. But it is a 3-hour workshop. We're going to put together that friendship braid and it's going to be a lot of fun. And if you guys like that format, if you like seeing me do this, I will consider doing more of these in the future. So let me know your feedback afterwards. Mary said, someone asked the question earlier in the chat if the pattern for tomorrow will be available to purchase in the future. I could make it available to purchase. Absolutely. I just got to type it up. It would be free for all of my VIP members for sure. But I figured this was something that So Yeah's taught, everybody else has taught, and I'm teaching for free. I would have a hard time selling it. Like I would feel bad selling it. Does that make sense? I think the pattern is available for free actually, because I did type it up. I'm thinking through on my feet. I typed it up for So Yeah. I think the pattern is free on their website in the class description, but I could be wrong. Let me talk to them because this is their class. I want them to have the rights to have the pattern on their website before I do anything with it. If they are going to pass on that, then I will make it available for free on my website. So stay tuned. I have no, that must not have been me. Let's move up. Everybody should have the Zoom link in their, Linda says the pattern is really clear. Good. So you have the pattern, just waiting for the Zoom link for, okay, got it. I know where the instructions are for the class. Awesome, Katie. That's great. The Zoom link should be in your inbox. Let me see how to, whoa. I'm gonna put my glasses back on because I'm having a hard time reading. Paula says, I just got my Juki TL 2010 today. I am on cloud 9. Awesome. That's great. Holly Warren says, fun. How can I get in? I don't know if the class is still open for registration, but if you go over to SEWBECCA.quilting.com, they have a section for classes, and there is a class listed there for Becca's braid class. Check and see if you can still register. I don't know if you can. Oh no, I did all the cutting. Can I starch them now? Mary, don't. Just sew them together. So if you did all the cutting, you're going to be okay because you're not sewing with any bias. And we'll talk about this in the class tomorrow. If you've already done all of the cutting, you're just going to sew everything together just like you normally do. But when you do your final press, after everything is put together, before you cut along those sides, you're going to starch the heck out of that, or you're going to add borders, or both, because once you cut the sides, you're literally turning the sides of that table runner into 100% bias. And that makes it really, really stretchy. And so you're going to want to do something to stabilize that, but we're going to talk about it in the class tomorrow, so don't freak out. You're fine. Holly Warren says, sorry I'm behind. What's going on with So Yeah tomorrow? I will be teaching my class for So Yeah tomorrow. Katrina says, keep asking questions. Make them dig and explain. Okay. I'm not sure who that's for. Oh, you're talking to Katie still. Becca, was there a pattern we had to get for tomorrow? It is a free pattern. It is on the class instructions, but we'll go over everything in the class. Sheila said, I just watched the So Yeah video of their retreat. I know, I'm so jealous. I want to go to one of their retreats. I am so excited. I want to do one soon. I don't have all of my travel through like 2024 is pretty much booked. I don't have very much vacation time left to do much else. So if I do a So Yeah retreat, it's probably going to be 2025, if I'm being completely honest. I am eyeballing February 2025 though, because February 2024, I will be at QuiltCon in Raleigh, and I have a feeling that QuiltCon in 2025 will be returning to the West Coast, and I think that year I might skip QuiltCon and go to a So Yeah retreat instead. They're both at the same time, and I can't be in two places at once. Holly Warren says the website let her in. Awesome, that's great. If anybody doesn't have the link, the best thing for you to do is to contact the store. I don't have any control over that. Sharon Mullen says, Becca, I got your storage boxes and I love them. I wanted more. I wanted to order more. Ditzy me ordered the shoe box instead. Still filled them, and I have a major addiction, I think. She's talking about these boxes that I have down here. These are my project boxes. I absolutely love them. They fit 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper down in there, but I find most of the time I can put all of the fabric for a project down in there with the pattern. Sometimes the background fabric can be a bit much to put in the project box. So I'll just keep that on a bolt separately on my shelf, and I'll know where it is, and I'll sometimes even label it so I know exactly what that is. Judy Hebert is working on a string quilt. You guys make sure to post what you're working on, pictures, to the Facebook group. I am going to try to share my screen in a minute so that we can see what y'all have been working on. I think that would be a lot of fun. Just takes me a minute to get there. It's been a minute since I've done this. It's been a long time since I've done this. I miss doing this. I want to see what you guys are working on. Working on a screen. Is it screen capture? I think it's screen capture. Yeah, I think that's it. Safari. Oh, no. No. Yes, done. Right. It doesn't look right. Oh, shoot. You can't see what I'm doing, by the way, so you might be like, it looks just fine. You're right. It might. They changed the label. Oh, here it is. No, that's not it either. Wanted to see what you. Oh, there it is. Yes. There we go. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. Show me what you got. Anybody have any fun activities for the weekend? What are y'all doing this weekend? Bum 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 bum. Smaller. And we'll make this go like this. Yes, thank you. Okay, we're going in. We're gonna go in a minute. So Becca and friends, I want to see what y'all have been working on. Tanya Ross is going to the Maple Festival. Oh my goodness, is it time for that already? Jim Bennett says, I was no longer in the Facebook group, just submitted to rejoin. I got you. I don't know how you got out. Did you leave? Linda said, Quilt Guild in the morning. Quilt Tessa is going up, gearing up for next weekend's retreat. I'm so excited about that. I'm so excited. So if you guys are not a part of if you are not in my VIP exclusive membership on my website, you can do exclamation VIP in the chat to get all the details for that. That is going on next weekend. So we'll talk about that and then we'll do a Facebook share. Fair? That'll give you time to post pictures and then we'll look through. So next weekend, starting at 9 a.m. on Saturday, March 25th, there will be a Zoom link that'll be open for the entire weekend. You'll be able to come and go from that Zoom as often as you would like. There will be several breakout rooms in there, so you don't have to be in one room with 100 other people. You can go to a room with just one or two other people if that's what you would like, and you can work on any UFOs or works in progress, quilting, sewing, cross stitch, knitting, crocheting, embroidery, whatever it is that makes you happy. It'll just give you somebody to be creative with virtually over the course of a 36-hour period. It'll start at 9 a.m. on Saturday, March 25th, and it will end at 9 p.m. on Sunday, March 26th. It's going to go the entire time. The Zoom will be open the entire time. You won't need anybody to let you in. You hop in and out at your own convenience. And you could also do what I'm going to do. So I'm going to log in. And then when I'm not available or I need to step away, I'm just going to mute my microphone and turn off my camera. So my little tile will still say I'm there. And then I'll come back and turn the camera on, turn on the microphone. It'll be a lot of fun. I do have a couple of things that I'm thinking about doing over the course of that weekend. So if you're not planning to attend for all or part of it, make sure to set aside at least some time to hop in and see what that's going to be like. It's going to be really fun. Rolling says, I'm helping my quilting teacher at a seminar class she is doing tomorrow. That's awesome. That's awesome. Tanya says, yes, it is this weekend. Oh my gosh. Like, when did that happen? Susie said, that's my birthday weekend. Awesome. That's great. I'm so happy early birthday. All right, let's get over to the Facebook group, shall we? I like doing it like this because I can. Okay, so we're going to transition over here. Wait, what? Hold on. There we go. Look at that. I'm going to refresh the screen. And we've got Holly Warren, we've got you in. So this is what I normally have. I used to do this all the time and I haven't done it in a number of weeks. So I feel excited to do this. I'm going to change this flag to new posts. So anything that was posted, most recent will show at the top down. And I'll just kind of go through pop open the pictures, read whatever is written, share it with you. And then once I get to the end of the list of what was shared tonight, I'll refresh the screen and share some more. So keep posting. I'll give you the final call notice when I'm done sharing, so you'll have time to get your stuff in. Let's start off with Lori Jones. She is working on some quilt blocks for the Boho Heart Sew Along with Tea Quilts. And these are what her little, I'm looking at the screen over there because that's what is going out, and I just want to make sure that the picture was showing correctly. These are her beautiful Dresdens and her other blocks. It looks like we've got some 9 patches and some double pinwheels going on there. Love those Dresdens. Those are beautiful. Moving down, this is from Judy Hebert. Apologies if I butcher anybody's name. It is not intentional. This is what I've done already. This is my string quilt. I love doing it. We haven't done one of those in a long time. They're like really nice brainless sews, aren't they? And they're a lot of fun when you square them up. Mary Jo Neal is working on the long arm today. Fun times. Let's see if we can get in on some of that quilting. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. Oh, that's as close as we can go. I don't see any stitching yet. It must have just been loaded. Let's go to the other one and see if we can see some stitching. Let's spy. I spy some stitching yet? No, not yet. Mary Jo, you'll have to send pictures in the chat of what that looks like when it's all done. Debbie Dunn, last weekend I started teaching my oldest granddaughter to piece. It was really hard hearing my machine go in turtle speed. I kept wanting to turn it up. Pat says we have a snow advisory for Saturday and Sunday, so I'll definitely be sewing. Awesome. Miss Topaz says, first time doing Dresdens. Dresdens are fun. We need to do some Dresdens one night. I love a Dresden. Rolene says, this is the start of my skinny pineapple quilt. OMG, Teresa. Check this out, you guys. Oh, that's gorgeous. Where is this pattern? Where do I get it? I want to do it. Like, I want the kit. I want all of it. That's gorgeous. And she didn't put a comment, so I don't know what this is, but I know it's beautiful. And I know I love it. Nicely done. Polly has 3 calendar wall hangings, 2 for my daughter and 1 for me, and she plans on making her all 12. Very pretty. Are those the same? I spy Sugar Pie. Is that Sugar Pie fabric from Lola Boutique right in there? I think so. It looks like it anyway. Are these the same calendar quilts that Teresa Louise is doing on her channel? Amy is working on the fireflies. I love it. So creative. Sharon says, I am in trouble now, not putting 70 inches in my sewing room. My other TV doesn't do it. Got to keep watching, though. I'm really getting crazy. Oh, wait, hold on. Teresa said, let's go back up. Teresa said this was from the Yvette Renee. Awesome. That's gorgeous. Nicely done. Is she selling that as a kit or is it just a pattern? That's beautiful. I love it. All right. Shelly Clark says, I finished quilting and binding a top I sewed last summer. It's a Craftsy kit. Still have a few more kits to finish. I like that. Very nice. Teresa said, yes, those are the calendar quilts. Awesome. Katie Vaught, spent the live tonight getting myself organized. About time. Girl, listen, I have friends that are I like to be a planner, but I also don't do well with tasks once they become mundane and repetitive. I got to keep changing it up. But I have some lovely friends in my life that are helping to hold me accountable to staying on track and on task and planning things out. And I am getting so much more accomplished. I love it. John just finished this Lemoyne Star. Oh my goodness. Where do I give you my address? I'm waiting for this to come to me. Like that's beautiful. Can I have it, please? Deb Rhodes, 2 rows of the Splendid Sampler from Pat Sloan. I started on this in 2017, picked it back up in January. I need 30 more blocks. While watching tonight, I have 2 rows sewn. Yeah, me. Woohoo! Go you. Nicely done. And I see that Sewmates quilt. That's a Sew Sampler project. That's been on my shelf for a while. I ended up using the fabric in something else, so I can't make that. This is So Terry. I made this bag this week. It is a Super Bloom by Sarah Lawson from Sew Sweetness. Great sew. We'll bake more, but this one is for MWA. I'm not sure what MWA is, but awesome. I love Sarah Lawson. Her patterns are amazing. Susie Lopez. I made kennel quilts for a local rescue today. Awesome. Look at you guys with your charity projects, service projects. That's great. Kathy Ann says, I got my first ever quilt top done. Jelly Roll Race Quilt. Joanne Fabrics. Color is boho. That's what my mom's work. Well, it's not a Jelly Roll Race. My mom's doing something a little bit different. She hasn't made a quilt in a very, 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 very long time. She's never made one with real quilting fabric because she's not followed all the rules. So we have given her a jelly roll and we have told her just to sew the strips from one selvage to the other along that long edge together and just start stacking them. And then once all that's done, we're going to show her how to cut them into 3 columns and put some negative space around it. And then I'll load it on the long arm and quilt it for her. Polly says, new handwork. Handwork always have to be busy. Never made a cathedral window blocker quilt. This may take a very long time. Oh, so beautiful. I love a cathedral window. Like, maybe that's my favorite block. Mary Overbeck. Okay, we already talked about that. So I'm going to refresh the page. We've got a new member requesting to come in. Stephanie Sutton, we've got you. Woo woo, Stephanie. All right, here we go. Come. Oh my gosh, Janine. It kind of looks like fire. That quilt is on fire. That's beautiful, Janine. Nicely done. I like it. I like the colors. There's the quilt that we. Oh, I need to change this to most new posts. That way we see everything that people are posting. This is Flea Market posted by group member. Come on, that doesn't like, you know, are we just being, oh, it's an anonymous post. This group member chose to post anonymously in order to get help with a sensitive topic. That's not a sensitive topic. It's a quilt. It says, whatever. Lorraine Milligan says, most recent finish, and it is a wedding gift. Look at that. Oh, that's hand stitching too. Oh, so pretty. Scroll on down to the next. Holly Warren is working on a photo quilt. I'll pull this open so you can see it a little bit better. She's got these, are those Ohio stars? I think so. And it looks like in the center of each Ohio star block and maybe even the corners. Is she doing it in the corners or like yeah, she's doing it in the, okay. She's doing photos sprinkled into the Ohio stars. That's going to be an awesome memory quilt. Okay. That was weird. Let's refresh the page again. Just ordered a legit kit pattern, Anne-Marie says. The little coffee digital pattern. It was on sale. Oh, I'm so excited. I want to do so many of them now that I've started one. I could see this being an addiction. It's awesome. Amy says, I love Sarah's patterns too. That's right. Pat Strawhouse said, that's a great planner. 2023 to 2027. Awesome. Stephanie Fulton. It's really AKA Stephanie Fulton, same person. I got married approaching 1 year, 3/22. Happy anniversary. Our anniversary is on the 28th. There we go. This is from Quiltessa. She did a By Annie's project bag, size large. I have a hard time reading her patterns and understanding them, and it is totally me, because obviously people can do them. Susan Jacobs, 50th birthday gift for my coworker. She has been admiring my small office door quilts. Iowa Hawkeyes. Love it. Kathy Walcott making a zippered pouch for myself. Sewed the zipper in upside down. I've done that. The question is, are you going to leave it or are you going to fix it? Quiltessa says, Anvil quilt still needs borders, but Tucker is doing line work on this and it will be great. It's really pretty. Kind of looks like wood, the way with the browns that you chose. And there's the flea market quilt. We'll refresh again. Oh, was Stephanie Sutton, now Stephanie Fulton. Got it, got it, got it. Okay, well, we'll just call you Stephanie. Mary Sears just finished this block of the month, new to quilting, and I learned so much. You did an amazing job if you're new to quilting. That's great. That's great even if you aren't new to quilting. Beautiful job. Love it. Quiltessa has lots of... When do I get my strawberry jam? I'm ready. Who said they were having a birthday next weekend? Katie wants to know. Katie's having a birthday this weekend, right? Francis Allen, that was me. It is my first time posting online, and I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, that made me giggle. That's a way to get your post across. That's totally okay, Francis. And by the way, I'm just going to scroll down, probably making you a little sick as I'm scrolling through, but I believe Francis Allen is talking about this was theirs. So nice. We'll refresh one more time. And as we start to see the post slowing down, we'll stop reading through the chat. So you tell me when you're done posting and sharing, I'll stop sharing. Susie Lopez says, for a great, great nephew. Let's open these up. Ah, yours is next weekend on the 26th. I thought it was this weekend. I'm so sorry. Brenda Foley, custom quilting on my navy quilt with my Juki J150. Oh, so pretty. I love that. Oh, we saw that. We'll refresh again. Ludi, am I saying that right? This is her latest project. That's so cute. So cute. And we saw that one already. Oh, we got a new request. Let's get them in. Lily Shams, we've got you. Shames, I think I pronounced that wrong. Okay, let me change this to new posts. Yolanda Hale. Oh, wow. Let's pull that open. See if we can scroll in a little bit more. Get you some more detail there. So pretty. Martha's Creative Life says, I'm here. Is it too late? No, it is not too late. I think we've got everything in the group. So I'm just going to check one more time to make sure nothing else came in. Yep, that's it. All right. So that's enough for tonight. You guys are working on so many beautiful things. I love seeing all the talent that is in our group. There's so many of you that have so many different talents. You create beautiful things, and it inspires me because a lot of times all I get to see is what I'm working on. I don't get to see what you're working on too. It's a way just to help make us all feel a little motivated. I'm going to go back into the chat. We'll read a couple more questions and then we'll call it a night. Let's see. Oh, Janine has having a birthday. So happy birthday to Janine and all of the March birthday babies too. Amy Zeller says, I'm celebrating my February birthday in July this year. Tired of cold birthdays. Hey, I hear you on that one. Let's see. Melster Morton. Yes, that is my nickname. Okay. I'm going to scroll up, see if there are any chat comments that I missed. I don't think so. I think I kept a good eye on the chat while I was sharing the pictures. minutes. Liz said, I just popped back in. Is the Zoom for everyone? The Zoom for tomorrow is for anybody that wants to register for the class. And it looks like Sherry was able to get into the class tomorrow. So registration might still be open if you're interested in attending. It's over at soyaquilting.com. The 36-hour Zoom session that will start at 9 a.m. tomorrow on next Saturday, the 25th, and end at 9 p.m. on Sunday, the 26th, is for anybody that is in my VIP membership. That is an exclusive access membership, $5 a month. You get any pattern that I write, you get it for free, so you don't have to buy it. And then you get a once a month Zoom with me where we try to do fun things. Monday, or starting in January of this year, we started doing a block of the month together, and I'm testing the waters to see how our virtual retreat would go over next weekend, but that is just for VIP members. $5 a month, or you can sign up for a whole year and get 1 month for free. Exclamation VIP, by the way. Yolanda Hale's birthday is the 29th of March. That is my mother-in-law's birthday. I tried to get my current Bargello in the post, but had trouble posting it. Oh no, Amy. When it starts to warm up, we get more snow. Pat says, good night, Becca. See you with Sean in the morning and on the Zoom in the afternoon. Yes. Yes. So we're going to end here because I've got a long day tomorrow. So where are you going to go from here? I don't know, because I don't believe Donna is live this weekend. I think she's taking some much needed time away, and she will tell you all of those details when she comes back online, I think Monday night. So there is no live at Donna's channel tonight, but tomorrow Sean will be live at 8 a.m. and I will be joining him. We're going to go live for about an hour, work on our puzzle mystery quilt clues for the Village Green PMQ. And then in the afternoon at 1 p.m., it's not too late. You can still sign up for that So Yeah Friendship Braid Table Runner class that I'll be teaching. I would love to see you there. You just need some accent fabric and a jelly roll and a sewing machine that works. And then on Sunday, I've got a whole host of friends that are doing live streams. You've got Ian, who's going to be he's going to unbox his serger on Sunday. That's going to be a lot of fun. Teresa will be live, and then Tiffany as well. And then we're starting the week over on Monday night with all the usual suspects. Donna will have, I believe, a live scheduled for Monday night. Tucker will be live. And then Tuesday, I'll have my vlog. So that's a nice recap there. Yeah, that was a whole lot of information. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight, even though I had all of the technology issues and the machine issues. It was a blast. We overcame. We got some sewing done, though not as much as I would have liked. I'll see you guys on Tuesday for my blog, and we'll be right back here next Friday night working on something. I don't know what it is. Maybe finishing this project. I'll see you guys all then. Bye.